Good afternoon, people. Welcome back. It is Thursday, and today it's part 2 of the series I'm doing in the lead up to the big game, the North London Derby. But before I get into that, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And hey, let's get on with the show. Yesterday, I did a show looking at who's going to start in defense, so check that out if you want to see my thoughts. And today, I'm going to be focusing on midfield and see who's going to make the big game against Spurs on Sunday. North London Derby, Emirates Stadium, first derby of the season, huge game, a game we absolutely need to win after dropping points against Sunderland, and it's the old enemy, so we always need to win. And it's 3 points, so we got to win for that reason anyway. So, who's going to start? Well, I think the midfield, a lot of it actually does pick itself. Certainly Zubimendi and Rice are going to be in there. Both of them played for their national teams, Rice obviously for England and Zubimendi for Spain. Zubimendi has kind of taken over that Rodri role in the Spain squad. Rodri not been fit for a while, so he's the one who starts every game for them. And he had some commanding displays. They were actually playing here in my city, in Seville, the Spanish team. I didn't get to go see them, but the tickets were really expensive, 120 euros just to go watch Spain and Turkey in a dead rubber. Didn't really seem worth it. But Zubimendi played, he did well, he seems fit, so he's going to come straight in to the squad, into the starting 11 even, against Spurs. Obviously, like I said before, Rice is definitely going to line up alongside him. Rice had a fantastic international break playing for England. England obviously fully qualified now, like Spain. So hopefully in future, like little friendlies, they can just leave like the big players alone, especially the Arsenal boys, because we've got a title to win, but we'll worry about that when the next break comes around. I think it's March time will be the next break, so still a while before that. But yeah, Rice, Zubimendi certainly going to start in midfield, and Zubimendi is so crucial to the way we play. He gives so much control. He really dominates that midfield area. He's so great at nipping in and getting a little tackle or reading the ball well and knowing just what to do to put the other players off. He's just so controlled, so technical in that midfield, and has really taken our midfield to the next level. That's why we really have a lot of control in games. That's why we tend not to concede too many goals, because Zubimendi is there, shielding that back four. And that's where I expect him to play against Spurs on Sunday. Huge game for him. It's going to be his first North London derby, so he's going to be feeling that atmosphere, that heat for the first time. But he's played in big games. He's played at the Bernabeu. He's played at the Camp Nou, so he's used to that. He's going to be ready, and I'm sure the rest of the Arsenal boys have told him exactly what it means to play for Arsenal against Tottenham in a North London derby. Not that he really needed to be told. Rice, alongside him, going to be playing that box-to-box role that he does so well. So supporting Zubimendi at times as a double pivot, really, depending on how the game progresses. And then if he has that ability to go forward, he's certainly going to do that. He's really mastered the art now of timing his runs, getting into the box, supporting the attacking play. And his numbers are starting to get better and better. And of course, we all know what he's like with his delivery from set pieces, particularly from corners. And even though we're going to miss Gabriel, it's the delivery that's really important. It's not only Gabriel that scored goals for us, from corners via his head. So we need that proper delivery from Rice, that he does it time and time again. I've not seen anyone be able to do it so consistently as he does. So expect that to be threatening Spurs in the game on Sunday. And then obviously the next question is who's going to start in that kind of attacking role, right? Sort of noise that Odegaard is on his way back. It looks like he's getting close to full fitness. I doubt he's going to be starting this game as his first game back, North London derby. I just don't see it. I think more likely he's going to be sat on the bench for that one if he makes the squad. And it's going to be Eze for me that starts up in that role. He also had a great international break for England. We all saw that tap in that he scored from that phenomenal assist from Foden. Say less, you know what I mean? So expect him to come into the team. It's going to be his first NLD as well. And he's an Arsenal boy. So he don't need to be told exactly how much this means. He's been on the outside looking in for so long, and now he can finally make his debut in the North London derby, and I've got high hopes for Eze in that match. I think it's exactly the type of match that he's going to come alive in. I think it's exactly the kind of match that, as an Arsenal supporter that now plays for Arsenal, that you are going to want to stamp your authority in and announce yourself. Not that he hasn't done that so far with Arsenal, but, you know, I think he needs a big, huge game like this against the old rival to really say, yeah, I've arrived, I'm here, watch out. So Eze, I expect to get the nod there. I was thinking about Waneri, but he hasn't been getting actually a lot of minutes, and I don't think he's going to be starting ahead of Eze in this game. He'll probably be on the bench, giving us another option. So him and Odegaard, a decision between them who will come on if we need them to, and obviously that will depend on how the game progresses, right? But I think that's going to be the midfield. It's a strong midfield. They're used to each other. Maybe Eze is starting to get a bit more used to playing within that midfield, but Rice and Zubimendi have this wonderful partnership between them. And if they can get everything right, get their distances right, get the communication right, know when someone's going forward, know when you need to stay back, it's really key that we don't get caught out in transition, because Spurs can do that to you. You know, if they get a little bit of joy in the midfield, they've got some fast players, some skilled players, and so we got to be careful there. We do not want to get exposed, and especially with Nkapie perhaps starting in place of Gabriel. We want to protect the back 4-5 as much as possible. So I expect Subi and Rice to really have a good performance. Rice has been at the club long enough. He knows exactly what this game means to everybody. He's going to want to win it, for pride, for bragging rights, for the points, for everything, right? And so his mentality in that game is going to be crucial. That's how I see the midfield going. So I spoke yesterday about the defense. That's how I see the midfield shaping up. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about who starts in attack, because there's some rumors of people being back and rumors of this person not quite being fit. And so I think attack is maybe the most changeable area of the team in terms of who's going to start where. I haven't said Marino to start in midfield because I think he might, be one of those that we're considering to play up front, but I'll get into that tomorrow. But yeah, that's it. That's who I think is going to start in midfield. Why don't you let me know who you think is going to start? Do you agree with my picks? Do you think maybe Odegaard will get a start? Do you think Waneri might get the nod ahead of Eze? Personally, I don't think so, but leave a comment. Let me know. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. Grow the community with me. And yeah, see you tomorrow for Who Starts in Attack. Take it easy, people. Peace out.